help. But to make a long story short, on Friday, July the 3rd, 2020, 1,000 angry BLM and Antifa mobsters hit our neighborhood specifically to kill us and burn down our house. But by the time they got there, we had 6 ex-Navy SEALs. We had 10 secondary employment cops. We had the FBI light aircraft circling the top of the house. We had FBI snipers on the surrounding buildings. We had what we used to call in the Reagan administration peace through superior firepower. And we held them off. And the next morning, we got the all clear at about 4:30 in the morning. My wife and I had survived the night. We unfurled a flag that had been given to my mom, who's been dead now for 28 years, by Congressman Jack Buechner, flown over the Capitol building. We put it out in the front of our house and made a vow that day that we're going to do everything we could for the rest of our lives to save this country. Because, ladies and gentlemen, right now, this country is in the middle of a civil war. Right now, we've got a president of the United States who twice this year said that if you think the Second Amendment is going to protect you against the government, you better get yourself some F-15s and some nukes. The President of the United States threatening us with F-15s and nukes. Just last month, standing in front of that demonic red background with the Marines standing behind us, our senile president declared that all of us in this room are terrorists, that we are the enemy, that we are the greatest threat to the Constitution and our constitutional republic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a president who believes he has a right to create a disinformation governance board to tell us what we're allowed to think and hear and say, and that he has a right to incorporate big tech into interfering with our freedom. Believes he has a right to tell us when we can go to church, what we can say, what we can spend our money on. We have to be aware of the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, right now, our civilization, our heritage, our traditions, our Christian faith, everything hangs in the balance. When I started on the Trump campaign on July the 13th of 2020, I went from state to state telling everybody what I know to be true and what has been borne out since, that if we did not win that election, and if the Democrats took control of the government, that all of our basic civil liberties would be destroyed, and not a gradual erosion of our civil liberties, but the whole